after Rosh Hashanah, we start a new Jewish year, and as some rabbis said, that on Jewish New Year we have new scenario, and hope it's will be best scenario not only for every person but also for humanity at all. And we hope and we pray that next year will be no wars and all resources will go to Tikkun Olam, to changing this world for better, to education projects, to projects for better medicine, and so on and so forth. And I wanna also represent you some ideas from book of Rabbi Jonathan Sacks, who have great books, and one of his book Lessons of Leadership from weekly parashat, weekly chapters of Torah. And I think that these ideas from Rabbi Sacks will be useful for everybody who have their own leadership position in family, community, non-profit, in government, wherever. And this weekly chapter of Torah, of Jewish Bible, it's also called Old Testimony for Christians, it's Vayelech. And here Rabbi Sacks tells story as Moses give his leadership to Yehoshua, not to his son, not to his relative, but to his student, right? To his supporter Yehoshua, and he give blessing to Yehoshua for leadership of Jewish people. As you know, Moshe don't came to land of Israel. And Rabbi Sacks explain also who is Rabbi Sacks. Rabbi Sacks was main rabbi in Great Britain. He also was advisor of King and Queen in Great Britain, and he also was Lord, so he taken part actively in work of British Parliament. Yeah, so what he said? He said that Moshe said to Yehoshua that he must listen to wise people from the council. But in other part, he said that you must listen, but you still must have your position as a leader. Because other way, if you not listen and if you not respect wise people and people in council, it's bad. But if you also only listen but not make decision, it just chaos, and it just bad music when everything have their own sound but no decision. And I'm sure that this situation in lifelong meetings or strategy session all day, but then no decision, so it's also bad, right? And that's why he said that it's important to listen, but you as a leader must make the decision. And he also said that also your people have a choice, so they have a choice to behave good and be with God and behave as God said to them, or they have other choice, right? So it's sense of to be human, to have a choice. And our YouTube channel called L'chaim because it's choice of life. It's choice of do good deeds and be with God. So that's why he also said that people have a choice. So your role as a leader to listen people, but also teach them what is good choice and what is good, right? And to educate them. And that's why they will follow you. So it's type of leadership when people agree with you, when they understand you as a leader. So it's totally opposite from, totalitarian leadership. And we must remember that these people like Moshe, like Moses, they have direct connection to the God. So it's nothing which we have now. So we haven't now, so great souls. No, I mean, we have, but maybe we didn't know about that. It's hidden tzaddiks. So we understand that this type of leadership, which Moshe explained to Yehoshua, it's type when we have consent to be a leader. And it generally also was idea of American democracy when people give to leaders their authority because they sign agreement with these leaders. And it's also completely different from leadership which authoritarian leadership, right? So leadership is pretty tough task, as Rabbi Sacks said, and he also explained some examples of leadership of David Ben-Gurion, Roosevelt, Churchill, and he said that leaders must educate people, must educate themselves, they must explain to people all understanding of future, they must be pretty attentive to details, and they must be pretty calm with their goals and milestones, because other way they can, do some mistakes. And they also must have their own meaningful life. And by Torah, meaningful life, it's doing mitzvahs, doing good deeds, which also explained in details in Torah. It's for Jewish people 613 good deeds, good mitzvahs. And in the end of this explanation of Parashat Vayelech, of weekly chapter of Torah Vayelech, Rabbi Sacks said that happy is that person who have honor to be leader of sons of Israel, and that leadership is something not obvious, but but if you take it with honor, your deeds will be blessed. And one more time, he talked about leadership, when leader attentive to details, when he know what is good, what is wrong, when we have responsibility for his decision, and when he also listen other wise people, and he listen everybody, but he also have opportunity to make decisions. I hope it was useful for you, and please, if you have also some meaningful to share from weekly Parashat Vayelech, or from Rabbi Sacks books, or from other books, I will be happy to know your thoughts, and hope we all will have sweet year. Shana Tova to everybody, and good luck. Hope it was useful.